but I've heard it said that there's so much magnetic material in the coolings that it's enough to throw off a traditional compass. So something to bear in mind. And if you do navigate with the traditional compass, make sure you get a good make, like a silver compass. Never buy a compass made by Tates. Do you know why? Because he who hesitates is lost. Hi, welcome to Isle of Skye, and if I've murdered that Gaelic pronunciation, which I probably have, please write in and tell me how to pronounce it properly. But this is Skye, southern end of the Coolins, and it's magnificent. Hiya, it's Graham here. We've come a bit further north than we normally do for our wild camping. We got up at 4 o'clock this morning and drove north for 9 hours, across the Kyle of Rockhalsh and onto Skye. And the weather here is so... we met a couple of local lads and they said this weather's typical of Skye. So the weather's so typical that our plans are changing all the time. We're going to park at Slagachen and hike through the Coolins to New Camasunary Bothy in the bay and stay there for the night. But the weather's been so bad that basically the pass through the Coolins is kind of the watershed for you know, a big valley, and it's got about 20 fords to cross, and we thought it might be a bit dodgy, so we actually parked at Kirkebost and came in a much shorter way. It's only got 4 or 5 fords to cross, and so far it's been fine. And what an amazing island this is. I've wanted to get here for ages. It's such a history. It's been inhabited since Mesolithic times, and there's so much history here. I'm going to have to come back and explore more. It's even got a really cool flag. There it is. It's got a Viking boat on the flag. It's great. I mean, the whole island was under Norwegian suzerainty until 1266, when the Treaty of Perth ceded control to Scotland. That's the bay just coming into view, but we'll get a better picture of it as we hike on a bit further. How are you doing, Mara?
Alright, hi. A lot better now what I'm doing here.
Nick, how's it going?
Damp.
Ollie, how's it going?
I'm soggy.
I'm absolutely dripping. I took my hood and my cap off because I was overheating, but now it's got to the point where the sweat's stinging my eyes and I can hardly see. I'm such a whinger, but I am glad to be here. But the Bothy's coming to sight now, and we met a couple of boys coming in the opposite direction on the track, and they said there's only one person in the Bothy, and I've never been, but it looks a big one. I think it could fit about 15 or 16, so it sounds like there'd be plenty of room. But this is New Camasunary coming into view now. It's going to be our refuge, our shelter tonight, and I'm glad of it. So let's show you around the Bothy if you haven't been here before. It's a beautiful, well-built, clean Bothy. It's got big pine dining tables in the first room, and then lots of bunks in the second room. Oh, and brilliant. There's a washing line there. Gonna need that. Absolutely cracking views from here over the bay. Got a few magazines and whatnot. Oh, I always like to see a few books in a Bothy. It's a sign of civilization in the wilderness. And some jigsaws. I'm not going to be that bored, but I appreciate it. This is canny. People have been collecting shells and putting them on the windowsill. Handy cooking plate. Someone's left a stove and an empty gas canister. Never trust Bothy whiskey. I'll give Oliver a sip first and see if he'll have it. And some supplies folk have left. Oh, and donations for the upkeep of the Bothy. Suggested donation 50p per item. Well, if they had a QR code I could flash my phone, but I don't carry cash unfortunately. Sorry. I hope you can make this out, but there's a remains of an old building here. Just low walls covered in moss. Maybe an old croft or something like that. Maybe a result of the clearances. There's a real, I hesitate, an eerie romance about this place in this weather.
Tomorrow before we go, let me dry wood in here. And you cook the fire so it will do next.
That's true. It's not fancy, but a mac and cheese MRE, they're alright. I like a good MRE. Here's something interesting I found in the Bothy. It's an early example of an iPhone, one of the earliest models. It would only ever play rock music though, so it got slated in reviews. So Silky Nick and me decided to take a walk over, stroll along the length of the bay to the old Bothy and back, but we found this stream in the way and I don't think we're going to be able to cross it. I think if this was an obstacle on the way to somewhere we really needed to be, I'd sort of chance it and get across somehow. But just on a casual stroll, I don't think I'm going to chance this leg. What do you think about crossing, Nick?
Bit slippy. It's dry on the top.
There's not a bridge either. It's odd. Oh, Nick, there is a bridge. There's a bridge.
Good.
This is just fabulous. I'd love to come and live on Skye, but the 9-hour commute to work there and back is the disadvantage. That's the local tourist information. So that'll be the route to Silgachen up there, but the one we didn't take. Yeah. We're starting to lose the light outside now over the bay, and what a great atmosphere. Really is the place to make you believe in mermaids and ghostly sailors and kelpies. What a place. Right, my feet are happier now. I've took my wet boots and shoes off. I've dried them with a microfiber towel and talcum powdered them, and I've got my British Army Arctic socks and me Rab hood booties on. Happy feet. I'm trying the old trick of very carefully drying the inside of my boots off with a tea light, my inner soles, to get them dry for the morning. I have to say, I don't recommend you try this. It feels a bit dodgy, but these are the only boots I've got with us, so it's worth a try. If not, welcome to the Isle of Skye portrait show featuring Silky Nick on the penny whistle. Hi folks, thought I'd just do a little whisky review since I'm here in Scotland, and oh, it smells like Boba Fett's helmet. Do you know what I've done? I've poured this whisky in the same cup I had my chicken soup. And it hasn't. I'm ready to turn in now, but I'm just going to try my latest bit of kit that I've bought. It's an Akto lantern holder. Takes one tea light. It's canny, isn't it? Morning guys. Slept really well last night. Probably went to bed about 8:15, and it's just past 8 o'clock now, and pretty much slept through 12 hours. Such a lovely, peaceful place to sleep when you can hear the sea outside. Great Bothy. The Hilleberg made a very good, if quite expensive, pillow last night. Hi chaps, so the plan for the second night was to hike towards Slagachen into the Coolins and camp somewhere beside a loch in the Coolins. But it's rained all night and the water coming down from the mountains is bonkers. The little burn near the Bothies increased in size about 3 times. And one guy in the Bothy book wrote an illustration of what it's like in the Coolins Pass when the burns are in full spate. So I think camping in there, nobody really fancied the idea, and it doesn't sound sensible. So what I've decided is to hike back out to another Bothy, Ollisdal Bothy, and this Bothy has got a fireplace, so we're hoping to dry everything in there, because we're all feeling a bit sodden at the minute. And there's been a mixture of rain and very heavy mist walking out the Bothy. Visibility's down to about 100 metres. Well, it's actually starting to clear a little bit. You can see a bit further over there. But anyway, we'll crack on. How are you feeling, chaps? Top of the morning. Alright. So I think we're all a bit cream crackered. Hauling the logs up the hill is it's no joke like. How you feeling, Mara?
Bit of a puff. Climbing up the hill with a bag of logs isn't easy.
So that's one of the worst walks I've ever done so far. Half of getting through that forest was just, I felt like climbing uphill on a really rocky waterfall, because the rain's so bad it's just washing down the path, and carrying those big bags of logs up was something else. I'm absolutely sick. But we've just come across something that Silky Nick's been looking forward to seeing. Come across the Rebels Wood. Planted in memory of Joe Strummer of The Clash, and Nick's a fan, so he'd heard of this but we didn't know quite where it was, so it's great to come across it. It's almost cheered us up, but we're about halfway and we're all pagged, but just gotta keep going. Hi folks, so we've had the most dreadful walk to get here. It got dark about 2 hours ago. I've never been here before and it looks a simple walk on the map, but actually we could hardly find a path on the ground, and it was really boggy and trackless, and we had to go like down and up ravines and ford loads of rivers, and everybody is sick as a chip. I've had to feed Ollie flapjack after flapjack to keep his, to keep him going. Even Sean and Nick are just right fed up. But what a stunning walk until it got dark. It was great. So the site I've got just over here is one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. Look at this. It's the front door of the Bothy, and finding this was just a gem in the darkness. Just a wonderful moment. It didn't help that we all carried a 10-kilogram bag of logs over in the dark, up and down ravines through bog with, in an awkward shaped bag. But we did it. We're glad that the fuel's here. So the first room we come into looks like it's having a bit of work done. So it'll be a much bigger Bothy when this bit's all finished. If you come through here, this is where the warmth is. We've just been down to the stream to fill these pans up with water. And we all took a pan, because I'm not going back out there once we've been out. It's awful. So, but look at this. Proper cosy little Bothy this. Thanks to everybody who maintains this. What a place to find. How you feeling, Ollie? Yeah. Shelf up here. There's our gaiters drying. There's a first aid kit here. A lot of it's German, but Nick's just said his shoulders are hurting. And this says Thermacare for Nacken Schulter, so he can have that for his shoulders. Lots of empty wine bottles that you get in any Bothy, and we're putting that fuel to good use. I don't know if you can make it out, but there's a little Celtic motif over the fire hood here, and I think that must be a whalebone at the back of the mantelpiece, and there's a crab claw in a jar here. Little pagan talisman there, horseshoe the feathers, and a carved wooden lady. She must be the lady of the Bothy that'll keep us safe tonight. So what I'm going to do now is have an MRE, a sip of whiskey. I'll listen to Silky playing the tin whistle, and then I'm just getting some kip. We're all exhausted. So I'll see you in the morning, folks. See you shortly. So this is really quite a hard Bothy to get to, and the wind's been blowing a hoolie all night. You can hear it now. Nobody's really looking forward to the hike back out in this weather, so we've planned a shorter route, and we hope that'll work out. What struck me from reading the Bothy book last night was that the last entry was nearly a month ago, so it seems like it's not such a well used Bothy as Camasunary. Camasunary had 13 entries in the Bothy book just this month. But that said, this is a really well kept Bothy, and it was well supplied last night. There was even a dry sleeping bag in a plastic bag hanging up on the wall for anybody to use, and there was a sort of dry Gansey hanging up on the wall as well. And it said, I think on the bag it just said feel free to use, and I think a dry sleeping bag and a dry Gansey could be an absolute lifesaver for somebody who's walked several hours through bog and stone to get here. So really pleased with this good little Bothy. So I've done something so stupid I can scarcely believe it. I was that intent on drying my socks and boots. I was packing my stuff away this morning. Didn't realise my boots were melting beside the fire. and they've melted, and they're the only boots I've got. And this toe box on this one is shrunk a little bit, so I just hope I can wear them to get out of here. I'm not going to do any more filming because the weather is so bad outside. I'm just going to put my camera away and protect it. I mean, it's sleeting out there and like blowing so strong. So try and get my boots on, camera away, head down, and we'll try and hike back to the car. I'll see you in a bit. Hi folks, that walk out from Ollisdal Bothy was awful. It was definite type 2 fun. It was a howling gale, everything was wet underfoot and in the air. All the sheep tracks were like running rivulets, all the burns were in spate and swollen. Every step you took you just went down into the bog, and there's no signal up there, so largely we navigated by paper maps, and the wind must have been 60-70 miles an hour gusting. It took the maps out of your hand, it was pushing you sideways. If it'd been on a cliff top, it would have been really dodgy. And there were times I thought I'm never going to get off here or get back, but of course we did. So I make no excuses for this. You can hear the rain now, but I am safely comfortable in the hilly, in an actual campsite in Portree. And we're just going to chill out for the final night. I've picked up this great looking beer, Skye Tarasgur, brewed using peat smoked malt from the Ardmore distillery. So that's going to be lovely to have tonight. That's going to be a cracking beer. And if I'm really feeling in the mood, I've got some from the Loch Lomond brewery, Hit It Chewy. I might enjoy that tonight as well. And to go with them both, I've got a lovely bit of cheese from the Northumberland Cheese Company. It's Elsdon, made with nettles. Lovely dry, crumbly. Lovely dry, crumbly, tangy texture. Very nice. And if you've been, liking these mini adventures I've been doing, and I love them, I really enjoy them, then think about subscribing or leaving a comment. It all helps. It all just helps me to know that it's worth making some more. Anyway, I've really enjoyed myself the last couple of days, and thank you for coming along for the ride. I'll see you in the next one, but before you go, here's some pictures of the trip.